Why hello everybody, my name is Threatx and welcome back to Crusader Kings III, and guys, today is a good day because the DLC has arrived. I am now allowed to play as a Khan of the Steppe, everybody. If you have dreams of becoming an ancient Khan and literally crushing your enemies under your massive cavalry hordes, this is a DLC for you guys. So yeah, it's a brand new way of playing the game pretty much. So you can go in as a nomadic tribe and just go around getting tributaries, raiding your enemies, and creating absolute massive horde of just cavalry. It sounds really fun, and so far I played like an hour last night to get used to it a little bit. It's pretty awesome. So what we're going to be doing? Well, I want to simply go from the smallest possible Khan or guy in this new area, and I want to become the greatest Khan of all time. So originally I was thinking it's pretty obvious, right? If I was going to do this, I was going to play as the man himself, this guy. I was going to try and become like the best Khan of all time, like create the Mongolian horde. But then I realized I played it for literally like half an hour to an hour. You get so many story events, it's impossible to lose. You are given every single advantage you can possibly think of to become just way too powerful. Basically, it's easy, guys. Not my kind of thing. But I then realized there's another way of playing, guys. We don't have to play as him. We don't have to play him as at all. No. I want to go back to 867. Back in the day, guys. This is when my like granddad was around and stuff like that. So if we go over here, start a new ruler, I figured out that if I start as a herder, which is not even a nomad, you can literally start the game as a horse lord with pretty much nothing. I mean, literally nothing at all. Because actually, if you guys are familiar with the game already, if you start as certain rulers, they already have like certain man-at-arms, they have certain buildings, buffs, that kind of thing, already baked in to their little realm. But if I start as one of these guys, a herder, it's literally just a simple group of people that go around just creating just herds. That's all they do. They have no armies, they have no money, they have no aspirations, they are literally nothing. You then get converted into a nomadic clan from scratch. There are no existing man-at-arms, there are no existing buildings, there's literally nothing to your name. You start from the bottom, and that's exactly how we're going to be playing this series here. So currently you can see, this is a nomadic area, this is the brownie government type. If I were to play as any of these guys, I will auto convert over into a nomadic ruler as I just said there. So basically it's probably the hardest site you can think of. So now, what I want to do next is figure out where am I going to be playing. So if I go to realm map, you can see it's kind of chaotic right now. You've got some big ass horde groups here going around doing their own thing. I want to play something that's not too dangerous, and also I want to play it independently as well, so I can go around and kill people. So I was thinking of playing as this guy right here. Oh, he's got some random stats right now. So if you guys are familiar with the game, if you play as a regular character that hasn't got like existing aspirations, you would have literally random stats. In this case, I think this is a very good area to start the game off. I've got a lot of enemies I can attack nearby, but as for the character himself, he's a bit spicy. He's he's deceitful, which is not good. He's humble and brave. All things you probably want to avoid having for a horse lord. But you know what? It's part of the difficulty, guys. Let's start a new game, shall we? I want to do it. Let's go. Done. The Great Steppe, an endless sea of grass and rock. The steppe is not a merciful home. Tents get assembled and disassembled with the change of the season. Whole villages move over a harsh blizzard or a more powerful enemy. Man is at the mercy of the beasts. What the herd needs to survive is what the herd will get. Who will conquer the elements and rise the Khan of Khans? It will be me, by the way. Just a spoiler, it's going to be me. So there's a lot of new mechanics to unravel here, guys. I've only played for around an hour last night, but I have got the basic understandings down, I think, at this point. But guys, let's start our journey, shall we? So currently, I want to try and get my most important stuff I possibly can, guys. If you're a horse lord, you want to try and get the herd up as much as possible. The herd is pretty much everything you can possibly need being a Khan, guys. It affects your military. Like, the number up there determines directly how many horse riders you have. It also affects your general power level and your income as well. Everything loops back to this one number. So everything I got to try and do in the game is to make this number higher. For now, anyway. So, currently, I have very small amount of stuff. I can't even raid. If I go and make my army appear, you'll see its rank size is literally 96. To raid a nearby horse pasture, I need at least 200. So there's not that much we can do technically at the start, but we will find a way through this, don't worry. So initially, let's look at my character, shall we? I don't have... I'm a education steward? What? Very surprising. Not what I was expecting, being deceitful, humble, and brave, but I guess we'll have to take it for now, won't we? So what we could do, I'm actually going to make him into a warrior, guys, just because I want to try and get that bit running. I want my family to be a line of just badass Khans that reap their enemies and cut them in half and stuff. So you, for the rest of your life, will be attempting to become a warrior. Which probably won't be too successful, but there's reasons for this. Mostly because I always like to play in CK3 a warrior or a steward. But in this sense, because we're a nomad, there are no buildings. I can't even build anything with the money I get from stewardship. So it's a bit awkward. But at the same time, I do have my nomadic camp. It's actually pretty awesome. I think combined, it's a bit like the adventure system they had in last DLC, where you make your own set buildings. Those buildings inside them have little sub-buildings, and you upgrade those as well. There's actually, like, tons of options we could do with this DLC, but we'll dive into that a bit later for now. So, what I want to do is probably spam my land out immediately. So you notice nearby, we actually have a few nomadic rulers like myself, but they are stronger than me. They have a bigger herd. So in theory, they would just destroy me if I try and kill them. Not good. But there's also... well, this one's up here is actually weaker than me. Interesting. We also have two herders. So these guys have no military. You can actually just destroy them whenever. So I've got two options here. I can ask them to become a tributary. If I do this, it would cost me 75 prestige. And they will give me 10% of their herd income all the time, which does sound pretty useful. Or I can do something else. I can just ask them to give me their land flat out. Simple as that, which I'm going to do right now. So the good news is, because I have a character with stewardship, I actually have a domain limit of 2, which is very, very useful because it means I get double the income from fertility. Now, fertility in the nomadic steppes is very, very important. As far as I can tell so far with an hour's experience. Fertility pretty much determines how quickly you get more herd. So for instance, me just doing that one thing meant that I now get 61 herd a month. And if I zoom into all the tooltips here, you'll see a large amount of that came from my new territory, 45 a month from this place here. Now fertility, unless you're a herder, will drop like a rock. So eventually over time it's going to go down to only 30 and we get way less income. It kind of like suggests that players should keep migrating to get the highest utility possible and to stay in the best lands. So I like that idea. I think it's pretty interesting how things work out. Of course, the bigger I am, like if I'm a count, a duke, a king, the more land I can own, the more territory I can have with fertility feeding into my flock. So that's why that's very important there. Cool, so with that out of the way, we also have enemies that are tributaries. So this guy here, for instance, is actually paying money to my neighbor. And this guy is paying money to my southern neighbor. Fair enough. Okay, so not too crazy. But at the same time, I'm not trying to kill any of them yet. So we have to try and get ourselves some more income. So if we just let the game run a little bit in a second. But first off, let's assign the council. Now, this is where things changed quite a bit from regular CK. Because if you look, it's all exactly the same. These guys are identical. So of course you have a spy master. We used to have these guys anyway, so fair enough. For now, I will assign my stargazer just so I got some kind of protection against just being stabbed in the face or in the back, wherever I get stabbed in first. And the other ones are going to be interesting. So these fellas here, the Kuratai, I don't know how to say that, my guys, so apologies. They are very interesting. If I assign all of them, they actually have 8 different skills they can use. And it's split into like diplomacy, stewardship, martial, and learning. Depending on what the skills are, they do different effects. So it's kind of like a weird hybrid system where you want to have like a good guy for each category, I'm thinking at the moment. So it's quite interesting. So far anyway, though, we have my son, Great Marshal, so he can be the raider. He will assign to raiding. He will increase my army's loot capacity, reduce my attrition, and also give me faster raid speed. Now, of course, I can't do raiding right now, but in the future, his mace will come in handy for sure. We've also got, who's this guy here? Blush. Now, this guy is okay at stewardship. 10. Yeah, that's all right. We can assign him 2 missions here. We can either make him manage facility, so he increases the facility growth rate in a region to kind of keep it at a higher level, or we can make him exploit the land, which increases my herd income. As you probably imagine, I'm going to be going for the long-term gain of fertility increase at this point. So he's going to manage my main area. and just try and keep the fertility a little bit higher than it would have been otherwise for now. So you can see here now it changes by... Has that gone into effect yet? It hasn't, I don't think. Oh, wait. I don't think it has gone into effect yet. Okay, you can see right here. Managed to see plus 21%. I want to keep this as high as possible, of course, at all times. Cool. And the last guy here is not very good at anything. So we'll just leave him on support herds. This will give me a little bit more herd income and capacity, and that's pretty much it. I could do other things like domestic affairs, we used to. You've also got Aid the Stargazer, which makes your Stargazer a lot better. And the final one is Explore Cultures. Interesting. I've not actually used these yet, so it'll be interesting how this works out. Cool. So for now, I'm happy with those changes, and I guess we can let the game play a little bit. What? What happened? My Stargazer immediately just died, and now we have one that's way worse. It's alright, don't worry about it too much. Cool. Oh, I've also just realized we do not have any marriages going. I have 3 sons. Oh, he is pretty badass, though. So 15's pretty decent. Hopefully we can use him to make some really powerful children later on, like hail and stuff. If we go and try and find him a wife, though... Interesting. Let's go and see if we can get any traits, shall we? Because, of course, Genius would be the perfect one to try and get. But I doubt we'd start the game with the ability to get Genius wives. No. There's no Geniuses here. What I'll go for instead, let's try and get the best wife possible with her stats with Hail. So this will give all my children, in theory, increased prowess in combat, which is a good thing for a Khan, guys. A brilliant thing. So we're going to marry him off to Siren. And my other 2 sons, I think we want to probably give them alliances, just because we are very, very weak as a character. I want to make sure we don't get killed. So initially, we can marry a giant. Oh, she looks amazing. Tempting, guys. We can also have a subline of my family that are just giant children. They can't actually ride the horses, though, unfortunately, guys. They have to have 2 horses. They have to have like them both like roped together just to sit on them. It's pretty impressive. So you can marry this guy, which gives me a very, very weaker ally, but an ally nevertheless. So we do that. And my other son can just marry someone else nearby. Oh, is it that guy right there? Ooh. I'll take it. Everyone is very weak around me here, so it's not crazy being 100 strength at the start for a Horse Lord. We're not very economically sound at this point in the game. Done. Excellent. Done, done, done. So let's also make sure we do other things we want to get sorted out. Marriages are through, so I have some allies. We can actually create an accolade, which is interesting. So if I have a quick gander, what kind of accolades can I make? Ooh, not sure about any of these. Horse Archer. Okay, look. This clearly is the one to go for, right? Horse Archery bonus on a Horse Lord character? That makes complete sense. If we max this out, we eventually will get massive Archer Cavalry units. They'll be cheaper, they move faster, and they do more damage. This is a no-brainer. What's your secondary effect, though? Marauder. Prestige per Dread. And better attacks outside territory. Is there a better one I can get? Idealist. Not really, no. I don't think we'll have many courtly minority or landholder vassals being a Horse Lord, guys. I can't even build cities with this government type. So I think we'll stick with the Marauder, which could be handy in attacking enemies. This could come in handy. So let's go for this. The first of the shoots. Sure. No. The Great... I don't even know what to call this. The Way of the Bow. That's a terrible name for an accolade. But it's my name. Done. Excellent. So that's locked in. We will now get way better horse archers in the future. Brilliant. Next up as well. How do we want to progress? Now, I do want to try and get some more units. So you can actually convert your horde into man-at-arms. If you have money and her to replace. Now, just having the basic Steppe Raiders will increase our stats by a lot. 2215 compared to 12, it's literally double. It's a good idea. Now, what I'm thinking of doing is we've got to make money, right? But we're currently very poor. If I go over to activities, you can do a very specific type of hunt, being a nomad, which gives you tons and tons of money if you do well. So if you go for this, we can do a nurge. This will give me legitimacy, gold, dread, and prestige based on how well it goes. This effectively, at the start of the game, unless you get a lucky event, is pretty much the only way I could think of getting money without just waiting, without just hoping something good happens to me. So we're going to do this right away. We do lose a bit of herd, but it's definitely worth the costing when you go and do this here. Cool. By the way, I'm not sure how to record this series. I might just play it as I would be playing normally. So I won't read all the text, but I will look at the event options. So if you want to read stuff, feel free to pause and look through all the events and stuff. For me, though, I'm just going to be playing a game. So we want to try, or you have to at least get to this level here. If you fail to get to this point in the entire outcome, you lose dread, which isn't really that bad, but you basically get nothing for it. So, the horse riders line up. Let's go. I love this animation, by the way. Bum, bada, bum, bada, bum, bum, bum. Okay, what is this? So I have 2 events, but they're both not in my favor at all. But it looks like I had to pick this one here. Glory does not matter. So I have to host a feast in the next year, but it's 50% less cost. I guess we will be locked into this for now. My character's not a warrior, so these kind of events are going to be very bad for him at this point of the game. Did I just lose prestige? I think I just did. That's not very good there. You get all these little like mini events you can't even see sometimes. You're like, oh, you've lost this. You've lost this. It's like, damn it, guys. Just let me get what I want here. So it looks like I can do another martial challenge, which I will fail. Diplomacy, really bad. Intrigue, abysmal. Or I can just lose some relations, which I'm not really that bothered with. We lose stress and we get more success. Let's go for that. Oh, we are so far away from winning this one. Give me a good event, guys, please. Okay, terrible event again. Ooh. Just more success. Better fertility. Let's go for trying to stack success, because of course if we do win, we get way more in return. Excellent. I've locked in having at least a small amount of income here. Ah. My character is brave. So he pretty much has to do events that give him... He's in the thick of the battle here. So 50% chance of getting 1 prowess, which would be very, very handy, but I think we're going to probably fail it. Yeah. Why do I know that? It's because I'm playing the game, guys. We will fail a lot of events, trust me. But the good news is, though, we did get ourselves a little bit of cash there. So now we are looking at having 27 monthly income, so we actually can afford a little bit of wealth here, which is brilliant. Okay, so for now, we're going to just hold out, guys. I was going to go and buy a building, but if we try and save up for the first man-at-arms, we can then start raiding. And at that point onwards, then we can actually go and get ourselves passive income from just killing people, which is pretty handy. But now, though, we're kind of just sat around hoping nothing bad happens to us as we play through the game. So what we could also do, by the way, is we can recruit dudes from the nomadic capital. So I think I'll do this right away. It's going to cost me some herd, but you can see that I'm already gaining a lot of herd anyway from my monthly income here. So we can choose between bringing hunters, shepherds, or brides. I'm going to personally... Oh, let's go for shepherds. Just because of the economy thing. So if I bring in guys with shepherding, they get a nice trait, which means they just increase fertility growth. I'm not sure that's really relevant for me being in command of them, but they should have good stewardship, I think. So if we bring these guys in... Welcome. Let's have a look. Oh, they all suck. No! I was hoping to have someone that can be good at stewardship to do another set of fertility increases, but that's not really what's happened here, unfortunately. You, my friend... Oh, my son's got pneumonia. That's not great. Can you increase the fertility of my second province just to try and keep that going a little bit faster? And we have the money. No, we don't have the money. I'm wrong. Sorry. Just give me what I need. Oh, no. I completely forgot about the feast. I lost a lot of prestige there. But in my defense... I couldn't have afforded it anyway, okay? It would have cost me 50 gold. I do not have 50 gold on me at this very moment. So, unfortunate, but it is what it is. But what I do have, though, is a regiment of raiders. Excellent. Okay, so we can do some raiding. Let's do it. What is this? Someone's trying to steal my herd? I mean, there's not much to steal at this point. If I figure out who it is, I can maybe just murder them at some point. Regardless, though, let's go do some raiding. So the money you can see, by the way, very clear. They've modified the UI a little bit, so now you can see looting very, very easily. I gotta say, I do love it. Now, as a nomad, we can actually pick between how we raid. So I'm on pillage right now. We can either try and just get money and herd. You can try and get yourselves captives to sell them back. Or you can just go for a venture, which I think does a bunch of different modifiers there. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. No attrition, but slower speed. So that's for a big ballsy guy that has no worry about dying, right? He's like, you can't stop me. You can try and kill me, but I'm too powerful. We'll stick on the regular one for now, though. Easy. So these guys nearby have literally nothing to their name. They won't be able to defeat my 301 group anytime soon, which is quite nice. We'll raid all nearby dudes, and then we'll see if we can get some upgrades going. Now, unfortunately, all the buildings do require me to have prestige, herd, and coins. So we had to have all of them locked in to actually make progress here. But it is what it is. Study intrigue, or I can sleep with someone. Yeah, let's get a better intelligence person for now. I captured their son. This is brilliant. So he can pay me £1, which is useless, or he can give me 225 herd. Excellent. Perfect. You notice, by the way, my herd income's going to drop like the rock, by the way, because this thing went from like 80, 90 fertility down to 45.6 already. It really has degraded rapidly here. Oh. I can't do anything with this guy. He has nothing to his name. Curious. I can get a hook on him. Not really sure if I want one of those. Of course, just release him, but I don't really see the point of that. Let's just get rid of him. Get a hook. It might come in handy one day. You never know. The shepherds. So, of course, I want to try and get some more cash and stuff. And then we want to go into the realm of trying to get some more, like, tributaries. And getting ourselves some passive income here, guys. Ooh. People are migrating. So, sometimes your herders will be displaced by just random guys moving around the map. Everyone migrates, pretty much. So, we've got to keep an eye on that. We may or may not have a big guy move next to us to just try and kill us. It can happen. It's happened to me before. Give me money. Excellent. I gotta say, getting all these prisoners is beautiful. Ooh. I will take the cash this time, because my herd's growing so fast anyway. I gotta build some buildings to even get some upgrades here, so I don't want to increase it too fast. What is all this? Someone's trying to convert me to his religion. No, I refuse, sir. How dare you. Done. So you notice that most guys have these forks next to their names. That means they are a tribute to someone else. So what we can do in a second is try and get some of our own tributes. So this guy here, I think actually has everyone nearby paying tribute already, which is interesting. Okay, so I feel like I want to try and take this guy out a little bit. But the problem is, everything requires prestige. And I don't have enough right now. Even for a basic conquest, which is very unfortunate. But if I make him into, say, a tribute, at least we'll start getting some more passive income. Tributes for nomads give you herd and prestige, so two things I need desperately at this point in the game. Unfortunately, I can't quite do what I want, though. We'll keep doing some more raiding until we get to a point where I can actually declare war on someone. Which we should get to quite soon, I think. Cool. As for other items, how are we doing with buildings? I need 60 prestige. Quite a few things here. If we get enough cash, I might consider doing a feast, or we just wait a little bit and we do the next hunt. Now, I think it recharges quite quickly. In fact, I could do one right now. Huh. Interesting. Let's increase the cost to get maximum prestige from this. Done. I cannot overstate how important these quests are, guys. You get so much from them. What is this? I can get given a bow. Ooh. Fine composite bow. Talk to me. How good is it? Game says no. 3 prowess, 2 archer cavalry screen. That does actually seem pretty useful, honestly. It might ruin my chances of getting Ancestral Nurge, though, but getting an artifact does seem pretty handy. If I do this option here, I would get a full level, by the way, so you can very quickly get ranks up to get more cash. But for now, let's go for the bow. I will equip this, and this will improve my chance on other missions and stuff in the mission. This will improve my chances of other events as we go through. You done there? What is this? Yes! 60% chance of getting a good result. I'm going to stack up so much prowess, guys. It's going to be amazing. Okay, let's go for this. 74% chance of success. Done. Good times. And we only got level 1, but it's still a success. And we now have enough materials to get ourselves some upgrades going, which is great. So if we go inside here, what do we want to try and get first? What do we need to be successful here? So there are only a few major buildings. We got the millet storage, which increases or just affects growth of provinces. We have the champion's yurt, which is more about like knights and like how your retinue work. We have the square of Tumen, which is all about man-at-arms. The court of Ute, which is like just general vassal control and scheming. Family Ute, yurt. I call it Ute. What yurt? Why am I calling it Ute? This is about like your family's prestige, like growing up children and renown and whatnot. You got the Uvu, which is just general income, resistance of piety, like religious stuff pretty much. And then finally you got barter stalls. But to make this, you need to have yourselves non-nomadic vassals. This is clearly, though, a path towards making a lot of money. So I want to get one of these one day. But right now, we can't do it. So what I'm thinking initially is I want to bring in better man-at-arms. I could do both, actually. This is fine. We'll do better man-at-arms for now. And then after that, I was going to go for the storage. Because my play is not going to be to migrate much, but to get as much fertility as possible. I really want to have, like, good stack of fertility. We have massive growth rates with my herd. We are a stable, functioning warlord. That's fine anyway. Okay, next up you go for that one. It's very easy to do at the start, but over time they will start making their own units, and then it becomes a lot harder to raid. What is this? You gain Honourable Shepherd, +1 diplomacy. And I can gain a bond. Interesting. Oh, I'll take the money. I'm a greedy man. What can I say? I'll take that for sure. Thank you very much. Perks have been a lot. Excellent. So initially I'm going to pick Bellum Justum, just so I can reduce the cost of prestige on declaring war. So we're going to be doing a lot of wars when I get rocking. So get that for now. Next up, we'll go down the right-hand tree and get ourselves some more personal prowess for leading armies and stuff as well. So my upgrades, though, it's still going through. That'll be done in a second. And we got ourselves some more prisoners as well. Good. Now, what I should be doing, by the way, I should have done it earlier, is these guys I'm going to try and recruit into my service, and we can maybe use them inside our cabinet. Oh my god. Definitely. Some of these guys are amazing. I should have checked this earlier. 26. What is happening? Why are they so good at their jobs? You're just free to go. No, you're not. You're giving me some more herd. Thank you very much. Excellent. So you're thinking, wait, how do you play the game then with, like, creating duchies and kingdoms? Well, it's all related to this guy right here. The laws. As you get more and more ranks and herding power, you can increase your authority, and this pretty much makes you a de facto count, duke, king, emperor kind of thing going on here. So for instance, if I go to this one here, I go to the next limit law, I need to have a little bit more prestige and 2,500 herd, but then I'm allowed to have new man-at-arm types. I can actually have vassals, which are another nomadic leaders. It essentially makes me a duke. So it's very important we try and get these things as soon as possible. If you're running, by the way, you need 75,000 herd to get to the maximum one. This is crazy. You then can become the greatest of all Khans, which is what I want to try and achieve with this video here. Well, not today's video, but the series. The general goal of the playthrough, guys. Excellent. I'm getting a bit close to the herd limit. I want to be a bit careful with that. I'm killing all my enemies nearby. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Cool. Okay, so back to this. Next up, build this fella. Very important I get this going soon because it increases my herd capacity so we can get ourselves additional dudes and dudettes. And also I'm going to convert more of my horse riders over into steppe raiders for now. Eventually, I want to try and make sure we get the heavy horse archers and stuff. Specifically because, if you look here, as you imagine, steppe raiders great against archers, fair enough. The Tarkin are heavy cavalry, they're good against infantry and heavy cavalry again. The heavy horse archers, though, are good against light cavalry. So if I get one of those in my retinue, I would counter everybody's steppe raiders. So I think it's a very good way forward. The horse archers also attack skirmishers and heavy infantry. And finally, torchbearers are some very, very terrible siege units. They really are bad at sieging, but at least they're quite fast at burning tents. They get quite a big bonus to it if you get them on that part. So for now, okay, awesome. Declare war. We have the chance, right? So I've got two options here. I think I'm probably just going to make him a tribute. This means he would give me 10% of his herd and also 15% of all prestige gained, which is actually quite nice. So we'll get this done as soon as possible. Come back. So by the way, something I quite like about being a nomad, every time I kill someone, they had to use their herd to get more people back into the field again, which is quite funny. So those 200 troops, he directly just reduced his own power levels hiring them. How cool is that? It's like manpower, but it's your entire nation at the same time. So, brilliant stuff there. We got some kills. I'm going to keep knocking him out, though. I want to make sure he's weaker than me, by the way. That's the general gist of things here. Excellent. So he's effectively given up already. I could end the war right now, which I think we will probably do. I was hoping to take him prisoner, personally, but we probably shouldn't waste too much of our time here. So this guy will become my... Oh! High prestige. Yeah, let's do it. Excellent. Done. So all of a sudden, my tributary area now extends all the way over here because, unlike before, I now have this guy paying me tribute, which in turn is being paid tribute by the herders. So I get a big cumulative area there, which is quite nice. So that's locked in. And I should get a little bit, but not too much income from it at this point. But remember, tributaries in this game are very fickle. If anything goes wrong whatsoever, they will leave me right away, and they're not going to be very loyal. So we don't want to rely on them for our main income. If I can, I want to have my own selection of like internal herders, internal vassals, that kind of thing, rocking out. Good. So next up, this guy over here. You will also become my vassal. Scratch that's an ally. So, yeah, I think this is a good idea. Oh, wait. Or is it? It's alright. So what I was thinking is, if in a second we should be able to, in theory, unlock the higher dominance tier, which means I can try and move towards becoming a duke and getting more land passively. But if that happens, I would just take these guys' land instead. Because if you look at the duke titles, I can live around here. That's not a problem. So, this guy, let's take him out as well. Actually, I can demand. Would he accept, though? No. 0% chance of accepting. That's pretty wild right there. As soon as I get my duke title, by the way, I will just be creating my very own vassals and stuff instead of having like permanent allies and whatnot. Okay, that guy's even. We should have an advantage here because both these guys haven't got horse riders yet. Oh, wait. Am I wrong there? No, horde riders times 2. We're fine. They're not using the better unit types yet, but they will do soon. Okay. Excellent. Minute stories outline. So luckily for me, both of my areas are in the steppe lands. In fact, everything nearby me is steppe land areas. So you're thinking, why does this matter? Well, in the millet tent, you can actually go and get these semi-buildings, like the side upgrades, and one of them is related to the type of land you live in. So because I have only one type of land, I want to get sheep. This increases my growth bonus for all steppe terrains by 5%. It's a good idea. It doesn't cost very much money, and we can increase my general fertility amount easily. I can get a friend. No, I'd rather get the prestige. He has no redeeming qualities whatsoever, so... Sorry about that, buddy. Not interested. Sheep completed. Good. So I'm actually going to try and increase that building as much as possible very soon on, because if I upgrade the main tent, it costs a lot more and you get an extra 5% bonus. So pretty good, right? This thing is very cheap to upgrade and it very quickly ramps up to getting loads of capacity and massive amounts of fertility bonus. You can make these guys go to 50% quite quickly, I found, so you just have very good passive income from herding. I will point out, I played for like an hour before recording this video, so what I'm saying might work, may be a completely terrible idea. Don't take this as like infinite knowledge, guys. This is me just guessing on how to play here. So, yes. Keep that going up. And captured. Excellent. Okay. Brilliant. Herds. Take the herd on that. This is like a lot of money in one go. I'm going to hit the herd every time. I want to get... The higher this is, the more money we make. I mean, we're making 1.2 from 2,000 herd right now. So it's good long-term income. This guy can just join me. Not the best stats in the world, but also not the worst either. And I was thinking about this a second ago. I'm going to install... Oh, some of these guys have got pretty decent stats here. So first things first, let's replace my son, which is probably not a good idea, but he kind of sucks, so I'm sorry. Do you know what? Who's got the best... Okay, so I'll tell you what. Let's go and replace this guy here with the amazing learning guy. And we'll switch him over. I have no Stargazer. Oh. Wait, does it not employ automatically? Oh, I thought it was automatic. I'm so sorry. I literally been running around with that one for ages. Yes, she can do it for now. And also, I'll put it automation so that it auto-assign the best person available. So I don't got to worry about it anymore. Done. Oh! A point. Done. I don't know why that locked me out earlier, but we should probably also try and get ourselves some accolades going there as well. Bit of a shame we lost that early on, but at least we still got a very, very good horse archer buff for our units here. Anyway, so as I was distracted, we now have this guy on Aid Stargazer. They're going to massively increase their aptitude anyway, so they're going to be a lot better at their jobs. Very nice. We have the Steward guy, which is still okay, and then we have someone that needs to be good at diplomacy. We got a 12. I'll tell you what, screw it. We're going to bring this guy in anyway. He can do both. When we need to increase control, he can do that. Otherwise, he's going to focus on just increasing the base capacity of my herd anyway. Cool. So I'm going to keep going for more battles here. See if we get some more prisoners and whatnot. Done. I think they're going to keep bringing in... Sure. I'll go to a hunt. Why not? We'll keep the battle going until it looks like I might lose something. Just in case we get more prisoners. We might get good events here as well. You never know. What is this? I shoot the bird and get prestige, 75%. Or I lose 24 or get injured. Oh, I'm humble. I probably shouldn't be doing that. I can also gain a friend who's pretty decent. Let's do it. Damn. I mean, he was pretty good stats there. We also need to get as many good warriors as possible anyway, just to improve my knight retinues, which should be pretty important here. Do you know what? We will end this battle here. It's good. They got a lot of allies. I might get overwhelmed. Let's end the battle here. And I'll get the tributary through. Excellent. I can also increase my prowess, which we failed, but that's okay. I can improve my thing again. Oh, this one for sure. I get herd, not a lot, or I get a free feast. Excellent. Okay, so that means I get some free prestige then. If we go to feast, plan... Oh, I should probably return from my current thing, shouldn't I? Instead of just going off right away. What is this? I mean, I do want to improve my Which I don't really care about success here, do I? Technically, it's not my one. Let's go for this option. This to reduce my stress. It's already at 0 anyway, but at least we don't lose anything else, do we? And the hunt failed. That's not good for my vassal there, but it is what it is. Okay, do a feast, my friend. So it says it was free, but it's not technically free. We have a little bit of cost, unfortunately, but we should do this anyway, because this is a good way of gaining some prestige, which is quite nice. And it's mostly what I want anyway. What we do, though, we reduce the opinion gain, because I don't really care about that much. I'll just spend a tiny bit of cash to get a little bit more prestige than we do anyway. Done. I'm at negative 375 prestige. How did that even happen? What on earth happened to me there? Regardless, so my allies are under attack. Now, it's going to be in my interest to keep my allies happy and safe, so we will go over there. And I don't know if it's a thing with horse laws in general, but you seem to get a massive amount of prestige from helping in battles. I think it's up to 1,000 in some missions, some war goals, so pretty good stuff there. Welcome. So, I like how you can't even see her face. she's so big. I will lose... Okay, I'm going to go for this one, because I get prestige, but I also will get rid of the stress anyway from the end of the feast, so should be fine. Ah, that's unfortunate. I've lost the prestige again already. Discussion of strategy, increase martial lifestyle skill. That's pretty handy. I'll take that. More friendship. Give me prestige, game. And there you go. I got a little bit of prestige. But it also improved my legitimacy level. So level 4. At least I think so anyway. Oh no, not quite yet. I think you get specific bonuses for herds. Herd gain plus 15%. Does seem pretty handy. Anyway, off to the battle. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. So, the enemy has... Oh, that's not good. My group should be stronger than him just. Unless he has a better commander. We should just be okay here. I had to refuel my mount arms separately, by the way, which is a little bit annoying. Come on. Oh, no. You idiot. Where are you going? That is devastating. I cannot believe that guy just pieced out on an easy battle there. Terrible form. Terrible form. Yeah, so this was a disaster. Simple as that. I lost my best warrior. And my ally is just running off. I don't know where he's going. Is he going on a vacation to India or something? He's killed himself, basically. So my help in this war is over. You have ended up your own battle here, sir. Good luck with your death. I will carry on doing other things. What is this? I can imprison someone. Not sure why I would do this. And where is she looking? Oh! Oh, that's... My son can become more powerful, but it's not my main son. We would imprison someone, which is maybe not the best move in terms of ethics there, but I can then just release him right away. Done. I don't know what this guy is doing. He's a complete mess. Yeah, I've lost interest in your war, sir. You can do your own thing. Unfortunately, every time you lose a battle, so I think you lose prestige, but I'm not directly running the mission, so I think it was okay. What is this? I can learn flexible leader skill, which gives me... reduces their defense advantage. No, it's okay. Out of all the traits you can try and learn, that's not the one I'm that interested in, to be honest, so I think we're okay there. Migrations are happening. So there's now a new herder. There's a new nomadic realm as well. But I haven't got enough prestige to do anything, unfortunately. So I just have to literally stare at them as they appear next to me. What we could do, though, is we could raid them, I think. If they're migrating here, I'm pretty... Wait, I can't raid them in a war? Ah! Fine. Fine. I will join your little parade here. And maybe you'll go and do something. Ooh, what's this? So we can get a decent merchant join my retinue, but then I can't make her into a counselor, so not that useful there. She can give me 225 herd, and I think that's probably the best outcome here. So I definitely have enough herd now to go and actually... Oh! I died! Oh, that's a shame. That is a big shame. But the good news is, my new character has 708 prestige, so I can immediately go into having what I want. This is great, actually. This actually works out way better. So I am now going to be a limited dominance. Done. We can use the rest of my prestige to immediately as well... Oh, I can't do it. I need to get these territories. Give me this. Oh, I can't. Oh, it's because they've been captured by someone else. I need to expand this way. If I capture one of these two areas, I can become a duke, and then we can do a lot more in the game then. But also in my own personal sense, though, let's give myself martial experience. Excellent. Let's also make myself the commander, and I have advantages in hills, mountains, and wetlands. Okay. Yeah, my characters are pretty bad, though. Not many good options here, unfortunately. Okay, I'm going to attach to your army. Are you going to do anything, or are you just going to sit here? What are they doing? Maybe there's some issues with the AI's ability to make the right calls here. I'll tell you what. I will win the war myself. Somehow. If I go and refill my man-at-arms, we're also going to increase the size of my military. I'm going to actually just Mabel it. Just going to get some reinforcements. I think with me being commander and the additional few allies, we should be able to go and win the battle. I believe. So I haven't got the entire army size. That's better. That's way better. Okay, so I outnumber them. Though I will point out, one of these enemy armies is actually badass. Is it that guy? So he has Steppe riders inside his own military there. Which shouldn't be a problem, honestly. I should have the advantage here, I believe. We won't attack him outright, though. I think we're going to the steppes here and siege. He's going to come to me, is he? I feel like we haven't got the advantage I think I have at the moment. Hills, mountains, and wetlands. There's none of those nearby. Wetlands, wetlands. I don't think there's any wetlands. The good news is my little attack there has made my allies move. So they're coming over now a little bit closer. If I try and etch them into the war, they might be okay. Come on, guys. Get over here. Get over here. Come and help me. Give me a hand. Done. Good. Now we have a huge advantage. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to work on that. With my excess money, I think we're going to do a little bit of an upgrade. So we also have this guy here, which is increasing my attached damage for like cavalry, archers, and whatnot. We can also go in... Ah, perfect. This one here. Cavalry training. This will increase my movement speed by 5% and let me have larger light cavalry armies and also increase their pursuits. So they're a bit better at killing people. I think this is probably a good idea. Yeah, let's do this one for now, shall we? Wait, was that 10% movement speed? Oh, that is also quite interesting. Let's go for the better troop one for now, though, just so we lock in having a good item. Yes. Okay, so also with my character, I do want to try and romance her. For sure. By singing a song. Wait, that's not an option! I'm so upset. Where is the singing? We'll do a duel instead, it's fine. Not what I would do personally, but fair enough. Good. Cavalry is now slightly better. Very quick upgrades here. Does this eventually increase? Oh, increases toughness, more movement speed. It seems like some very good upgrades can get here with movement speed. If they can't catch me, what are they going to do? They're just absolutely screwed. Let's also grab ourselves some more fertility as well. Try and get this bit up as fast as we can. We're currently on 27 fertility, which is not brilliant, but also it's not that bad either. Okay, running me out for the count. Took your place as cultural head. I didn't know I was the cultural head, to be honest. I thought being a single guy with one province would make me pretty weak there, but fair enough. I have no idea what you guys are doing. Why are you so passive? Yeah, what is going on here, guys? Super weird. I'm also confused on why the game thinks his army is so good. So, I have more soldiers. They're defending in a forest. Makes sense. That's pretty awful. They get a massive advantage over me. And they've got defensive buildings and better army commanders. Okay, so they have got a lot of things going for them there. Oh, no. Oh. If only the AI was more aggressive. Get over here, guys. Screw it. Bring it on. I thought I was going to win. Yeah. I was going to say, I don't see how they think they have such an advantage over me. Good. So I've managed to catch the enemy unit here. I'm going to immediately get him give me 50 quid. Without a doubt. And I will take his units into my army as well. Thank you. And that, of course, means we can now siege. Perfect. Good. Perfect. So, what do we want to upgrade more? I think we want to go for maximizing the fertility as much as we can. We still got 1.5 grand of herd we can gather, so we can do quite a bit. And it looks like I have now got my soulmate, which is perfect. Wait, that's her doing it to me. No. I don't get the prestige bonus that way. I will go to you. Perfect. 150 prestige. I'll take it. Excellent. Thank you very much. I would love a son, by the way, if we can get a warrior son. Although, are you a warrior? But she is rowdy. Ooh. Okay, I'll tell you what. I will train you to become the most powerful warrior ever. It's going to be glorious. We need more. More sheep for the sheep gods. I'm worried about this guy who's going to attack me, by the way. That's why I keep checking back here. It's a bit scary. So this guy has some interesting perks here. So I feel like this would be a good one to grab right now. I will get this right away. But before I have any children that actually grow up, I want to make sure we get to promising prospects so that we can assign them better matches when it comes to marriages. No matter who they are, just so they get better options. Also, if I'm doing expansion, I want to get this level 1 as well, so we get passive control gain. Otherwise, it's super slow. We're done, right? We can go home. Done. Excellent. I will take my man back if you don't mind. And also, I can dominate a duchy title. Wait, what one am I taking? This one. Perfect. So this will now make me into a duke. Done. Oh, he said no. Oh, I didn't realize it was going to start. Oh, I should have read that, guys. I'm so sorry. That was massive on my part. So it looks like I've started a war with an enemy that has equivalent strength to me, which is actually a disaster. Because it all then depends on who's got the best commander, which could be bad. Can you... Up and around. I need to try and get myself alliances back in if we can. Oh no. Okay, yes, it's not great. Of course, I lost my alliances because my character died, didn't he? So, in theory, that entire war was for nothing. I still try and get back inside. Yeah, we're completely balanced, like all things should be. Leading to a very awkward war. Now, of course, if he takes my territory, I will have the advantage. Otherwise, it's going to be up in the air, isn't it? Yeah, it is. How do we deal with this? How do we deal with this? So what I'm going to be a bit sneaky, I think. He's going for me. Okay, moment of truth. I got it. No problem. It's over. Excellent. He's coming for a return. Still a victory. If I can capture him, brilliant. If not, I'm just going to absorb all his units into War 23. Hell yeah, you're part of my group now, buddy. Get in here. Get into my embrace. Perfect. You're definitely aside. Oh, it's from firing people from my council, which is losing me points. I did not see that before. Is that the case with everybody? So you have to be very, very careful who you assign then. I see. Okay, okay. Fair enough. We won't be doing that again then. Must become a duke. Actually, I can do it right now. But I want to get the capture. What we will do. Maybe not yet. I need to try and get myself some of those siege units at some point so we can really speed up the old burning, guys. But that would be a future priority. But now, though, it looks like everybody, we have successfully... Oh, that's not good. But deal with that in a second. I successfully captured the guy. We actually captured the leader himself, which I can immediately use to get myself some more cash again. Thank you. Wait, did that also end the war? It did. Okay, cool. We done it. We are now a duke, everybody. This is absolutely brilliant. I am a mighty Itbla, or something like that. I'm not really sure. Well, everybody, that's going to be today's episode. I hope everyone has enjoyed. We've got a good start, though. We went from nothing. We got ourselves up to a duke. We can hopefully next episode start actually trying to capture territory and becoming a truly grand Khan. And maybe eventually becoming the greatest Khan of all time. Part of that, everybody. Hope everyone has a brilliant day, and I will see you next time. Bye.